time. This is 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good evening. It's 81 degrees at 5:20. I'm Suzanne Carlucci. Here's what's happening. The U.S.-Iran deal in jeopardy after Tehran announces it closed the Strait of Hormuz again. President Trump is threatening to charge U.S. tolls for its use if a final deal with Iran isn't reached in 60 days. A deadly hit-and-run leaves a bicyclist dead in Manhattan. 15 kids wound up stuck in the air on a ride at Adventureland in East Farmingdale. It happened last night. No one was hurt. Today, that ride is out of service. Horse carriage rides in Central Park will resume Tuesday following a deadly crash earlier in the week. Another milestone for LA Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani. Sports. The Yankees lost to the Reds. The Mets play the Phillies tonight. AccuWeather says we're at 81 now. Sunshine and breezy conditions going down to 65 in the city, 50s in the suburbs. Wins News Time 5:21. Let's get you where you need to go. Here's Patty Bendina.
And let's start out in Brooklyn. There is a broken down on the Belt Parkway westbound sitting just past Flatbush Avenue that has the left lane knocked out, causing some heavy traffic through there. The opposite direction on the Belt eastbound, big delay from Ocean Ave over towards Pennsylvania Avenue. And then on the BQE eastbound, there's also a broken down just past Atlantic Avenue that has traffic backed up onto the Gowanus just before Prospect. Westbound BQE is going to cost you quite a bit of time. It's solid from the LIE overpass to the Brooklyn Bridge. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The Brooklyn Bridge is slammed into Brooklyn. Consider the Manhattan Bridge around it. The George Washington Bridge, 45 minutes inbound both levels. Delays on the 95 approach. Outbound Cross Bronx delay, that extends back to White Plains Road. And if you're heading out towards the Lincoln Tunnel, give yourself about 25 minutes inbound. Just about 10 out. The Holland Tunnel is about 30 minutes now inbound. Delays on 139 as you make your way inbound through Jersey City. The RFK Bridge heavy into Queens, and the Goethals Bridge that is struggling onto the Staten Island Expressway past Victory Boulevard, and also seeing heavy traffic inbound now on the Outer Bridge crossing. This traffic is sponsored by MajorWorld.com. Don't get duped by low advertised prices on pre-owned cars. Once you try to buy one, the final price will end up being thousands more. Come to Major World for transparent pricing and no surprises. Major World, 4340 Northern Boulevard, Long Island City, Queens, or call 1-800-MAJOR-AUTO or go to MajorWorld.com. Patty Bendina, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
The U.S.-Iran peace deal is in jeopardy, angered by Israel's continued attacks in Lebanon. Tehran says the Strait of Hormuz is closed again. President Trump is now threatening to impose U.S. tolls in the strait if a final peace deal with Iran isn't reached in 60 days.
Iranian state TV says the military has issued an order to shut down the waterway in response to Israel's continued strikes in Lebanon. Lebanon says 16 people are dead after Israeli strikes earlier today. Meanwhile, Iran says it's sending a delegation to Switzerland for talks with the U.S.
That was correspondent Mary Bruce. Vice President Vance confirms top U.S. negotiators Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff are in Switzerland, and he expects to be there too, he says, in the coming days. A deadly hit and run in northern Manhattan. Police say the driver of a black Dodge Durango hit a man on a bike on Amsterdam Avenue near West 151st in Hamilton Heights around 9:45 last night. The 32-year-old cyclist was taken to Harlem Hospital where he died. Police are searching for the driver. A scary situation for roller coaster riders on Long Island yesterday afternoon.
Adventureland's newest thrill ride took a terrifying twist.
Crying, they were scared.
The wave twister stopped 25 feet up, stranding 15 children and one parent. It took crews nearly 3 hours to bring them down.
You see some of the kids that are like in grimacing from being in physical pain, from being dangled and, forced to sit like that.
For one family visiting from the city, the ride erased an entire day of fun.
We had a great day, and just for it to end like this.
Everyone made it down safely. The ride remained shut down. Darius Razzie's 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
A 58-year-old man injured in a hit-and-run crash on the west side has died nearly a month after the accident. Matthew Mizell was hit by the driver of a Honda SUV on 12th Avenue near West 155th Street around 6:30 at night on May 16th. He was taken to the hospital and died last Saturday. The driver is still on the loose. Right now, we have comfortable conditions. Sunshine still at 81 degrees, going down to 65 in the city. It's time for Bloomberg Money Watch.
This July 4th, America celebrates its 250th birthday, and some well-known brands are looking to cash in with patriotic foods and drinks.
It's an opportunity where these brands can get in front of people and just build the brand.
That's Bill Lempert, better known as the supermarket guru who sold all kinds of patriotic oddities on store shelves.
Oreo popsicles with blue raspberry, lemon, and cherry flavored cream. Pillsbury has funfetti stars and stripes. Cheerios even got into the act with a limited edition birthday cake cereal. Cheez-It has a chili cheese dog flavored cracker, which I just don't get.
Well, it sounds fun, but the big question, will people buy these things? Will Mountain Dew, rebranded for now as American Dew, make you spend your money?
The reality is that on 4th of July, what they're going to sell is they're going to sell hamburgers and hot dogs and beer.
I'm Tom Busby. Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
AccuWeather says we have beautiful conditions for the rest of the evening. Sunshine still out there now, breezy. And tonight we're going down to 65 degrees in the city, 50s in most of the surrounding suburbs. Then tomorrow for Father's Day, lots of sunshine, a little less wind, a high of 81 degrees. As we look ahead to Monday, cloudy, cooler, a little rain out there, sometimes heavy. The high much cooler, down to 73. Tuesday, lots of sunshine once again, a high of 80 degrees. Winds News Time 5:30.
Good afternoon on the show, Kabbalah. President Trump is now claiming vandals are to blame for the deteriorating conditions at the reflecting pool.
Not only is there algae in the reflecting pool on the National Mall, but the blue paint at the bottom of the pool that President Donald Trump had ordered is peeling. And without any details to substantiate his claim, Trump is now alleging that someone damaged the reflecting pool intentionally. Trump posted on social media Friday night, "We've had some real problems with vandalism at the beautiful reflecting pool." The Washington Post reported that park police officers did arrest someone Friday who they say was peeling paint from the pool, but that doesn't explain the clouds of algae and green water and large areas of loose blue paint. More than $14 million was spent on rehabbing the reflecting pool for the coming America 250 celebrations. Donna Warder, Washington.
And today on his social media platform, the president wrote, "The United States Park Police have arrested multiple individuals for vandalizing our nation's magnificent reflecting pool. Who would do such a thing? These are very serious crimes having to do with the destruction of national monuments. Years in jail. Work will begin immediately on its repair." President EJT. Wins News Time 5:31. Let's get you where you need to go. Here's Patty Bendina.
And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The Brooklyn Bridge is very heavy into Brooklyn. You may want to consider the Manhattan Bridge. Taking a look at the Battery Tunnel northbound, that is backed up out of Brooklyn as you make your way into Lower Manhattan. George Washington Bridge, 45 minutes inbound both levels. There is a broken down now on the George upper level westbound ramp. That's from exit 1A, the Henry Hudson Parkway. That has the left lane knocked out. Causing big backup on the Cross Bronx. That's back all the way to White Plains Road. The Lincoln Tunnel gives yourself about 25 minutes in, 10 out. And the big delay on the Holland Tunnel inbound, just about 30 minutes. Big delays on 139 as you make your way inbound through Jersey City. If you're heading out of town, just about 10 minutes. And the RFK Bridge, that's very heavy as you make your way into Queens. Taking a look at Staten Island, the Goethals Bridge. That's struggling as you make your way into the Staten Island Expressway past Victory Boulevard, and heavy traffic inbound at the Outer Bridge crossing. In Brooklyn, there's a broken down on the Belt Parkway westbound sitting just past Flatbush Ave that has the left lane knocked out. And then on the BQE eastbound, there's also a broken down just past Atlantic Avenue that has traffic backed up to the Gowanus. Patty Bendina, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
A lot of sunshine right now. The AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Carl Erickson.
That's right. Fantastic weather out there this afternoon. That will turn into a very comfortable night tonight with a clear sky down to 65 for a low 50s across the suburbs. And a pretty similar setup tomorrow for Father's Day. Beautiful weather, if anything, just not as windy as it has been at times today. Just fantastic out there with a high of 81. And partly to mostly cloudy tomorrow night, low 66. Some wet weather arrives on Monday. There are a couple of showers in the morning. It looks like most of that rain, though, coming in during the afternoon and evening hours. Ponding of water in area streets and poor drainage areas with some of those downpours. That likely will result in a slow evening commute on Monday. High 73, and some of that rain may spill over into early Tuesday morning. But that trend will be to dry things out. Sunshine by the afternoon with a high near 80. Currently 81 and sunny. Humidity 29%. Winds west at 9 miles per hour. Repeating the current temperature, 81 going down to 65 in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Kai Herxen on New York's weather station. 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
Horse carriage rides in Central Park will resume Tuesday following a deadly crash earlier this week. A tourist, 18, killed after he was thrown from the carriage when a horse suddenly took off and crashed into another carriage. Pete Donahue with TWU Local 100 represents the drivers.
When you go to the stable, offer your horse water. Double check when you leave the stable that it is hitched. Always walk, do not trot your horse. When on the hack line, stay at least 3 feet back from the person in front of you. At all times, if you have the opportunity to tether the horse.
Donahue with a laundry list of stuff that they've been telling the drivers while pausing the service. He says the union also welcomes more oversight and is calling on the Department of Health to do more routine checks on the drivers. City Council is expected to hold a hearing soon on whether carriage rides should be permanently banned. L.A. Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani celebrated another milestone. He and his wife welcomed another child into the world. On Instagram, the slugger uploaded a photo of the baby's hands and feet in a blue blanket, seeming to suggest it's a boy. In the caption, he writes, "Thank you for being born safely." The couple's first child, a girl, was born April of last year. The news came as a surprise. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts says he found out very recently that Ohtani was expecting another child. A woman in Michigan thought she lost her 60-year-old engagement ring forever when it was accidentally flushed down a toilet a decade ago. Then, earlier this week, plumbers working on a sewer line at a shopping mall found the ring while doing emergency repair work. Owner of Titan Plumbing, Greg Johnson.
Picked it up and we said, kind of looked at each other, and he was like, "What do we do with this?" I'm like, "Let's see if we can find the owner."
They posted photos of the ring on social media, and a woman who works at a spa in the mall told them one of their customers had lost it in the toilet 10 years ago. Plumber Jason Masnick says they were able to track her down.
Finally came in and saw the ring, and like, this looks like mine. And she had original paperwork from 1965. She'd been married with her husband for like 60 years.
Good guys. They didn't even think about trying to sell it. You don't think there's any good people left, and then you get a story like that. The ring also went through a rigorous cleaning before she got it back. You should hope so, right? Box office winner next in 1010 Wins Entertainment. 1010 Wins Entertainment.
You're not even listening to me. Oh, no, I was listening. I'm always listening.
Toy Story 5, 71 million yesterday. The Disney...